Today? Oh, not much, you. Expect anything less? Yeah, we've been having snow all day, so fun times here. I am.
Friday. Bit monkey, what's going on, bud? Go ahead and ditch the escape pod. Are you already in, Darkest?
I'm just coming back in.
Okay.
I've changed over how the server's running because I've got them set up to be running through EAH now.
Oh, nice. Lots of glowies, I see. They do.
And what you should probably do is just because of the time delay and everything, is in the what channel is it? Video announcements channel on the Anvil. I don't know if maybe you want to put up there saying live now or something for the Anvil test drive, or
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now.
and I don't know if you saw the message there from Akiva.
No, not yet. I haven't.
Okay, they were just saying they wanted to go over a few things on their build ahead of time. They're experiencing power issues where I am and not sure if I will be able to join to walk through my build.
Okay.
I see them in the general channel now, so I'm hoping things are all right. So if you want to start with their build first, that might be best.
Yeah, we can go ahead and jump with them in here.
And yeah.
Never would have guessed the blue glowies were Heckans.
Yeah, the like cyan and orange and
Bit monkey. Does that one look familiar? Kiva.
so it will be the next one to the right. That one is the
Wyvern
one.
class?
It should be, yep.
By Evolution 400.
Awesome. Oh no, it should be the...
There's the Alaka Varinchni.
Yes, the Alaka. The Alaka one. It might have been that you were looking at it, and on the stream it was like, it's a 20-second delay, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I often forget that. That looks very much like a Star Wars type ship there, Bitmonkey. Wow. This thing's kind of mesmerizing.
Yeah. Oh, they're slowly starting to come in.
I think my camera operating skills have improved dramatically.
So I don't know if you want to wait a couple minutes or if you want to just get right into it, or...
Is Akiva and anybody else involved? Are they able to come in?
I don't know about anybody else. I just know that Akiva's sitting in the voice.
Okay.
Uh,
If you want to drag them in for me.
Yeah, will do.
That way, maybe we can get them before they lose power.
Hello, Akiva.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Did you get my mess? Oh, wait, you're live now.
Yep. Surprise!
Nah, not really. Hello, all.
We figured since you've been having some power issues and saw you were on, we'd try and drag you in here first.
Alright. Yeah, they're doing rolling blackouts in my area, and it hasn't hit yet, so if I randomly disconnect, that's what happened.
Okay. We'll forgive you once.
Lovely.
So, you want to tell us a little bit about your build as I kind of go through it?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. I'm just showing the specs and stats right now for everybody.
Alright, did you make sure to install the advanced core before you turned it on?
Correct.
Alright, perfect.
So where does one start? Is there a
Very bottom of the ship, there should be a landing ramp on the P menu. Landing entry on the P menu. So if you look at the ship and hit the P menu, you should... Oh, right. Delay.
And it doesn't help that it's nighttime right now, too.
landing exit?
Yeah, alright. So I'm gonna give a quick rundown of the turrets. I know it's on a delay, so... the thinking behind this ship is that it is a lot of firepower, and and that you don't want all the turrets targeting everything at all times. So, what I did was I put Atmo/drone turrets, and that is only the cannon turrets and laser turrets. And that will deal with light threats and anything in Atmo.
Okay.
And then the rest of the turrets are for space and heavy threats. And then precision fire is just the arty turrets, so you don't waste ammo. And you want to take out like cores with just manual fire, precision fire. I'm not sure if that's going to work on such a big ship, or if they're going to get stripped away first. I don't know.
Very nice.
On the first level, there is a switch on the ceiling. There is a lever on the ceiling. In the middle.
The Alba.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't remember why it's that one. And then that'll just open all those blast doors.
Oh,
And
okay.
then yeah, so that's quick entry and quick exit. And don't forget to turn off landing entry before you get into battle, so that those things close. So the thinking behind the lower bridge is all these glowy bits are for all the sort of tiley glowy bits are sort of RP for LCDs that I still have to add. I'm still trying to find the right LCD balance with this ship in creative. So give it some time and the LCDs will be updated.
Omega
If you
Flux,
go
thanks for the follow. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I was just trying to think of something witty to say as a thanks for the follow as well. Go up a level, you'll see the aft corridor. Again, on the P menu, there is a cargo access switch. During non-battle times, that will open up all the cargo accesses, and you can actually see them all over the ship.
Well, that's kind of neat.
And so that you can interact with them and repair them if you need to.
How many, how big are these puppies? 320?
Yeah, most of them, well, they're all listed on the P menu device list. They all have the actual storage volume and purpose in the... Yeah. So anything with an AUX label is expected to get destroyed during heavy battle. So fill those last.
Ah, gotcha. Definitely put the gold in those.
Yeah. Or do what Spange does, puts the quantums in the most exposed containers. And then he's just like, what? Oh, oops. And
Yeah.
yes, I have that. That is a hard-earned lesson for me as well.
Sometimes you get in a hurry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So these
This,
just easy get out into space, quick-ish?
well, actually, just out these doors is a flat area for an SV to dock.
Oh.
So each one of these leads to like where the SVs are and where the SVs will dock. And good, you're in God mode because that would have hurt. And it's a little bit easier to see on the top portion above.
Okay.
Yeah, how much area. Next
Okay.
level is the hangar bay and lower engine access when you're going up the elevator.
And get back inside here. Running around acting a fool.
And in order to find those entry points a little bit easier, I kind of added glowies around them too. So
Very nice.
yeah, so I added some glowies around them. Oh, I missed a texture there. Lovely.
I saw nothing.
Well, it's not really apparent. It's just something the creator would notice.
So this is engineering, I'm guessing?
Yep. This entire engineering area is meant to be 6 layers deep, minimum. And as with all my builds, because I don't trust Elion, everything is lag shotted. Everything critical is lag shotted.
Very nice.
Including some of the storage containers.
So tell me about this this room back here.
That is the main hangar bay.
Okay. From in here, it almost looked like what's that game with the motorcycles and the glowy lines?
Oh, the Tron
Tron.
theme. Yes, I really like the Tron theme. So if you go back into the hangar bay, you will notice that there is some ribbing on the sides, and that came about because I just had too much space to fill and not enough stuff to put in it. So I decided to add some ribbing on the outside and structural supports
Very
behind the area, and yeah, that turned out really, really nice. Again, that one is on a P menu switch because I
Just-
hate motion sensors clipping into my SVs and
I should
randomly
just
causing them to glitch.
I should just assume that loud noises. I mean, I hate the noise, but it also makes sense that giant doors would be loud and have a noise.
Well, that, and there's like 20 doors, smaller doors on top of that to add a third layer of hangar bay doors.
So what are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decent sized hangars that you could probably fit a pretty decent sized SV in there.
Sadly, getting it in there is a problem. I have the Katama that doesn't really go in there very well. You can sort of finick it into the hangar bay, but it won't come out smoothly.
Yeah,
So sadly, it's just smaller SVs.
I like it. You have access to everything in here.
Yeah. And so the thinking behind this core access area is that you also have your very, very valuable gear. So like your quantums, your armor boosters and extra armor and extra epics all go in those containers, as well as some spare O2 and fuel containers.
Very nice.
And that's in the core area with the same amount of protection as the core. So you never have to worry about losing that unless you're
I
well,
love
me.
the showing off of things like oxygen tanks and decorating them, basically. So many times they're just thrown behind a wall and told good luck. Okay, got the gravity gen. Very nice.
And if you go into God mode, it's even cooler. Back there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a 2-level sort of. And then you go further back, and it's a 2-level sort of RP core.
That's really cool. I like the depth and everything behind it.
And it actually serves a practical purpose. Flag shot.
Because I'm like you on that front. Until I know without a doubt, I'm just going to still go ahead and probably do it. Nice.
Yeah.
See, and these are things I like where, you know, it's just for decoration and RP value, but it makes it look realistic.
Yeah. And again, it serves a purpose. Flag shot.
Mm-hmm.
And chain reaction resistance.
That's pretty neat. I mean, it's basic, but it's really neat. I don't know why.
Oh, after going through thousands upon thousands of POIs and then finally having to ship with too much room, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to add a couple of the cool things I saw on POIs in my ship.
Yeah. Why not? Whoop. Fell through the floor. There we go. Very cool. So, how long did this take you from start to completion? Or is it completed?
It's still not completed LCD-wise. I might have to hire someone to do some of the LCDs, or just steal more from Salus Decor. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with LCDs. I can get some pretty cool things done with them. It's just my patience with the really, really complicated LCDs that I just can't do.
Well, you're leaps and bounds ahead of me. I can literally screw up just typing hi in one and not get it figured out.
A lot of the LCD things I learned was simply from formatting the Steam posts. So basically, it's a tag system. So you have opening of a tag and closing of a tag. It's basically Steam, except this. So if you've ever formatted Steam, this is going to be right up your alley.
I have not. My formatting abilities kind of ended with like HTML. If that gives you any idea, you know, how long it's been since I've done any formatting.
Oh yeah, it's once you get it, it clicks, but but as soon as you're trying to figure it out, it's just out.
Well, and it's actually really neat that so many people are putting all of their stuff, the LCD work, on the workshop for people to go in and look and see, okay, that's cool, that's how they did that. And that's
Yeah.
the only reason I've been able to even figure out the little bit I have.
Yeah, that's how I got into LCDs. I just had people showing me, walking me through it, and showing where I was wrong. I was in voice chat in one of the discords, and somebody just helped me do the first LCD post I did, and then from there I understood it and learned. And
Yeah,
then
sorry, go ahead.
and then I just keep watching what people post and coding and stuff and learning little things.
Nice. So how many hours of LCD work do you think you have left?
Judging by how much I'm still working on another project, 24 to 36.
Oof.
And that's just to do, yeah, because I get sidetracked a lot, so that value number is probably not gonna apply to everyone. It's probably gonna be more like 18 hours.
Very nice.
And Heckin' Driver and Saluz Decor probably about 6.
Yeah, but you know, they're
They're good. Well, they've done it for a really long time, and they have a better knowledge of how it works and what works in combinations and stuff like that.
Well, and like you said, you know, I think after doing it for quite some time, you would start to get the hang of it. And
Well, it's more of getting a repetition and habit down. What works and what doesn't.
very nice. Dark spooky corridor.
Fuel tanks.
Okay, so this is really cool that you can actually come back in here and have access to all of this.
Space filler.
But it works, you know. Me, I tend to just throw them behind walls and tell them good luck, see you when you explode.
Alright, so while you're in that nose section, I would like you to go through to the very one of the noses of the ship.
Okay.
So you'll go back into that fuel tank area and then just goes through to the nose, and that's something I was hoping to show off.
So
Keep going back behind the thruster, the first large thruster in the middle of the superstructure.
am I lost?
That's all right. And now you see this is the lag shotted generator decoy core, and towards the front of the ship.
Oh. Oh. I see what you've done here. There we go. Now we can see them.
Yeah, and there's sort of a little walkway area on one of the sides of it, or there was. I can't remember if I removed it because I couldn't get to get the access to that area. Yeah, I removed the catwalks. Rats.
Oh yeah, vanilla, not reforged. I had a suit with a light previously, but I guess it doesn't work in God mode. So, wow.
Yeah.
So these they're not really nacelles, but pontoons, whatever you want to call them, are pretty much completely salvageable. Or I mean,
Disposable. Yeah.
Very
Everything up to about where the laser turrets are is pretty much disposable.
Nice.
Designed to be disposable.
So yeah, Megaflux. I just to kind of put this out to everybody, I was supposed to start streaming a while ago, but on the way home, someone's vehicle apparently decided to just catch fire on the side of the highway. So
Ooh.
I don't know. Hopefully everyone's all right, but there were more blinky lights than, you know, a freaking concert. So made it home late, but I am here now, and so yeah, we'll keep going with this. And Omega, that's kind of the reason behind this, is to encourage people to build and show what can be done, and also, you know, for guys like these they've probably put months into these things and have lost hope. And hopefully I can restore their creative juices, we'll call it. Alright, so we get back where we were.
JT, before you do that, if you just take a peek behind the anvil sign, I put some light armor in your bag, so you can go to the armor locker there and just put it on. Or if there's one on the ship, you could use that too.
Excusez-moi while I get dressed.
Yeah, that brings me to another point in my build. One thing I have noticed about people are like landing on planets and how you need like certain medical facilities for certain environments. So on a lot of my ships, I will put like a shower and O2 station and a medical station right upon the landing bay entry. And the reason for this is easy access to temperature control, such as like shower, so that you can get rid of radiation quickly, and you can heal up and just get rid of rads quickly. So like if you're doing any of the core missions on Project Eden and you get inside and all of a sudden you've got 10 rads and a radiation burn, you can fix it right then and there as soon as you get back in. And that's why I have a lot of utility on the bridges or close to the bridge.
Which is, like you said, it's really handy for just that reason. Okay.
This is another one of the utility corridors with just basic stuff that you don't want to lose.
Oh, I had my hopes up. So, I don't know if you've watched a lot before, but I kind of like to play the pessimist once in a while. And I've gone through people's builds and changed out every medical chamber for a clone chamber and put in shower curtains. I might like to just trigger people once I know their triggers.
Yeah, this is just another access area to the where you can park larger SVs on the deck of the ship.
Nice. I like
and then the Viper Tooth is just
like
what
that.
I've been calling it. It's filled with decoys and it's got the rockets on it too, so pretty much just filled with decoys.
A couple of more storage containers, armor locker. I like the way you did the repair station. Very neat. You could probably spend days going through this thing and not see everything.
Well, you've actually covered pretty much almost everything except for the top area, or the top bridge.
I love these. The first time I saw one, I was like, how do people do that? Then I realized it's a texture, but it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, it's a texture and a symbol. It's just a simple texture and a symbol. It's really easy to do.
Because what was it? The Kimrat had the little like map room in it.
Oh yeah.
That was one thing. So when I did mine, because I brought one in as far as where you can spawn it in game, and it's not a POI. And there was a whole, I guess storyline behind it of, we found one that was unusable and salvaged it and got it running and blah blah blah. Because I feel with something like that, you need some story value behind it. But that was the one room that I did not get, was the map room. Everything else I gutted just to make it cheaper to bring in.
And all the bridges on both the bridges on here are meant to be redundant, as well as can take during battle. You can stay in the bridge and not worry about taking too much damage, and you don't have to be worried about getting killed in the bridge because it's got 3 or 4 layers of armor above it,
Oh wow.
and it's overhanged, so likelihood of you getting taken out is very, very low.
I think we just caught this guy sleeping. Look at him. Oh,
Uh,
saw me. Very cool. I like how the, and I'm horrible about this, how the ceilings actually have some depth to them. It's not just, you know, a big flat bunch of blocks.
yeah, I really struggled with that because there was a few areas where there just weren't shapes to do it.
We need more blocks, that's for sure. And I didn't
Oh,
think that would
don't
ever
get
be
me
a
st-
thing when I started
Don't
playing.
get me started on that. There are so many blocks that are just intuitive that they don't have.
Well, and, you know, I kind of like how the Xeno, you're limited on textures, but at the same time, just give us all the colors and everything for every block. I don't know. Sorry.
That
Rant
texture.
over.
Oh no, I've had the same rant. That texturing where the bridge is on the top bridge where it transitions to where the captain's seat are, that took me freaking forever to find something I liked.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you're so limited with Xeno. I mean, you basically have this or flat colors.
Yeah, and I finally just broke down and just put some combat steel where I wanted certain textures, and I was just like, Elion!
Please fix. What was it with the, was it Call of Duty or something? Fix It dice? I don't know. I never got into those because, you know, I did some things similar in the military, and I try and play the game like it's real life, which I learned very quickly that 12-year-olds do not.
Spawn campers!
There were often rage quits in my past, so I just decided that it was no longer relaxing for me, and I'll move on to another game.
I got to the same point with hackers.
Well, and then I started playing Ark and realized that I would get frustrated for all new reasons.
Oh yeah.
This is a very cool build, man. So what all have you taken it up against?
Sadly, I haven't really had the time to do much. I took it up against some legacy decimators and infectors. I had 4 infectors on me and a decimator on me at one point, and I feel sorry for them.
Nice.
Because what I would end up doing is just take the damage from the other guys and then just shoot them in the ear, and then or the decimator. This was back before Elion nerfed the blast damage, so I shot it in the nose and it just deleted itself.
Oh wow.
It deleted the area where the core was, and so I was like, this isn't a valuable test because they just delete themselves.
So what would you like to see it go against?
I would like a little payback against that Nemesis cruiser. Alright, don't forget to close all the utility areas before you get into battle. So like the bay doors and the... Yeah, just the bay doors is all I'm worried about.
Alright. So Darkest, what do you think? You think we could find a Nemesis?
I haven't been able to quickly yet. All I have are any of the Xerax ships, is what I've been able to find so far.
Let's go for a Chimrat first.
Chimrat?
And just remember that you're gonna want to use maneuverability and the lasers for shield damage, and the manual fire lasers to knock out the shields, the rockets to decore it if you know where the core is, or the rockets to take it out, and then make sure that the turrets are already pre-programmed to optimal settings.
Okay.
Alright, so if you are in the pilot seat, I will pull you to me.
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Oh, right. Make sure that none of the ammo is in the AUX storage bays.
I just dumped it all into whichever one it defaulted into.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the AUX storages, sadly. I've had an issue with that on several builds where it default dumps it when you go to station services into the wrong storages. So you're gonna have to sit there and manually dump it into. Let's see if I can remember. Primary ammo A and B to start.
1 second.
Since we're in GMIV, we'll bend the rules for ourselves a little bit. Okay, so it's all in primary ammo now.
Alright. So
You're gonna need a lot more flak than that, and a lot more missiles than that.
I just threw stuff in there just to show a test of what it's capable of, so.
Oh, okay.
And often he refills me as we're going.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, these guys I feel sorry for.
Where did you go?
Just the cannons are going after it. I've got 30 mils all over the hull and a couple of laser cannons just to deal with drones alone. So you're not wasting ammo on important unimportant threats.
I will pull you to me.
Alright. We're just picking on some Xerax children. Camera. Lots of red thingies, I like it. Alright, target acquired. Ooh,
So,
Neo.
I have a disclaimer for everybody that uses this ship. This ship is meant to take on the endgame Project Eden threats, such as the Zenwan carrier, the corrupted dreadnought, and so on, but it is not favorable to take them on solo. For the simple reason, this could probably do it if you wanted to face hug the corrupted Tovera long enough, but it probably wouldn't survive alone, simply because the corrupted Tovera is a fleet encounter. So it is highly advised that this is part of a 2 to 3 person fleet, preferably 3 or 4. When you're taking on the Zenwan carrier or the corrupted Zenwan carrier, because the turrets choose 1 or 2 targets at a time to fire on. So if they're set to turrets, they choose 1 turret, 2 turret, and then a 3rd turret, and then fire on those, and then there's a significant lag between them changing as soon as that turret is gone. So far more effective to have more people.
So far, it's holding its own pretty well against the base and the battle cruiser or battle carrier. All I want is freaking sharks with freaking laser beams on their freaking heads. Holy cow! Just the amount of missiles that leave this thing every time. It's like the 4th of July where there was a lot of beer and fireworks that were free. Come back here, battle carrier.
Oh look, it's already running away scared.
It is. His shields went down and he took off like a little you know what. Come back here. I want to be friends. This ship is insanely maneuverable for something this size. Stop it. There we go. What were you doing up there? Keeping up with foreign relations. Anybody know what that's from?
You got a Corvette engaging now too?
Nice. I'll be with you shortly, sir.
It's probably gonna die from just being a dumbass.
Teach you to not mind your own business, sir.
Don't forget to use those manual fires too.
Yeah, I get busy navigating and often forget manual fire things. Let's see here. Quit moving. I know where your core's at.
Just don't let everybody in chat. No, I want them to learn that for themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It took me 3 hours to find the bloody core after we defanged 2 of them. It is very well hidden. I have to give Vermilion that. He is very, very cheeky at hiding where the cores would be.
Oh yeah. No, when I went to convert it, even in God mode, it took me a good little bit to find it.
Yeah, I think we should just go over to that Sinat and just put it out of its misery.
Okay. Come here real quick, let me end you.
Although it is making what glorious light shows, so I don't know.
Superiority through firepower.
Yeah, that was definitely the right decision. Just that broadside. Oh my gosh.
This looks like somebody else wants to come play too. What do we got there? That's a new one. Or at least it's glitchy enough to appear new. We might have ourselves a real fight, boys.
What is that?
I don't know. I've not seen
Science recon.
Oh. The nerds want to get involved.
Oh,
Poor guys.
I thought it was a Klingon ship.
It does
I
look...
thought it was one of the Klingon ships from the newer Star Trekkers. Okay, that's just asking for trouble, me saying that.
I thought you guys were smart. You know what? I bet someone on that ship said, "What's the worst that could happen? Let's science it."
Yeah, it's situations like this that I heavily turn to manual fire just to knock quickly so I can focus on one target, because the AI targeting in this game is horrible.
It is. Oh, come on. Anytime. There we go. Poor Ober got the Top Gun gist. Bit Monkey says Xerax, be like, make it stop, make it stop. You know, gentlemen, you started this fight. And if you're gonna start a fight, at least try and finish it. Okay, last gripe for the Elion, please fix it. Clipping for the camera systems. Farming Simulator has it. There's no reason we can't.
Yeah, I'm wondering if if we're putting out so much damage that it's doing that new delayed damage glitch where it just randomly decides, okay, I'm going to start staggering the damage calculation so it doesn't crash. Well, somehow that actually makes it worse because, well, that means we have to output more damage before it stops shooting at us.
Well, and unfortunately for right now, I am at the mercy of global shipping issues. And so big props to Darkest, who is not only adminning for me and in the game, but also hosting the dedicated server. So, all from the same PC.
I bet that PC is saying, make it stop, more than the actual Zyrax at this point.
My CPU is.
Oh.
Well, and I mean, luckily, I have a Darkest willing to help because I'm just too server illiterate to make it work on my PC.
I can program an entire Arc server. I cannot program this.
Arc is, once you figure it out though, Arc is pretty easy. And I'm sure
It's
they
pretty
say the same thing
intuitive.
about this.
It's intuitive more than anything.
It's pretty basic text.
Once you do one Empyrion server, it's so easy. I just reset up 4 Empyrion servers today, and I'm gonna have to redo them again after this.
Oh, nice. Let's face it, though, you're also kind of a badass at this. There went YouTube, I think. I don't know the rules on YouTube yet. I haven't gotten a letter saying I did anything wrong, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Any A word or... Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I got on chat, so that's partly my fault.
What's the worst that could happen? I'm not monetized through YouTube anyway, so...
Yeah, that's a good point. Their system is kind of, yeah. It's just like, why? And I mean, if you click that, and they don't have a filter for 18 plus only audiences, and then have a back thing where they ignore certain words that they wouldn't ignore otherwise. I mean, that's all you gotta do is put 18 plus audiences, click, and then they'll still demonetize you even though you did that and you're following it and everything. And I gave up on YouTube a long time ago.
And honestly, 100%, the only reason I stream to YouTube as well is because I want to be able to go back and watch them and see what's going on, even if it's months later and Twitch has already gotten rid of them. Because I don't record also, like I probably should. Then I'd have to click like 2 more buttons, and I mean...
It's a heavier load on your computer.
Which, hopefully, the parts that I'm waiting on, Krellitz actually talked me into it. It's building my own dedicated server, instead of continuing to rent one from like Nitrato or something. And so I ordered some parts, and basically what I'm going to do is take my current PC. I've got one of the, what is that thing, a Ryzen 9th generation, or what, I can't keep tabs of all their 0.594 junk. But, you know, it's an 8-core CPU, and take that and put it in the dedicated server, and I figured that was a perfect time to just go ahead and upgrade the PC, so I went ahead and applied for some credit and got a Threadripper and all the accoutrements on the way for that.
I'm not lucky enough to have a stable enough income to do any of that. My most recent PC that I got was only because when I sent my last PC in because the logic board failed, I had a complete warranty, and it took them a month and a half before they would even say they had it. And finally, the support department says, you know what, it's been a month and a half, we haven't gotten any word on the repair, so we're going to offer you a new PC.
Or
And so the PC I have is really, really good, but it's a laptop, so it's got limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna gush about that too much. But the only takeaway I'm gonna take that from that for everybody in the audience is get the complete warranty. Get the no holds barred warranty that allows you to get premium support, everything, because that will save you money in the long run. And in my case, the PC I had power supply issues, which caused non-stop issues after the first year.
Mm.
And finally, it just gave up, and I had to send it in, and I lost 2 of my hard drives to overheating. 2 out of 3 of the hard drives were lost to overheating, and I finally just sent it in. I was just like, is there any way I can get these hard drives removed before I get it back? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Huh.
Didn't hear from them for so long that they offered me a replacement, but because I had sprung for everything on the original I got, they had to give me equal or better parts. And they didn't have any equal parts in stock, so they had to upgrade me completely. And I still have the repair warranty now covering this new one for
Very
another
nice.
2 years.
No,
So yeah.
sometimes the warranties are worth it. I don't know
Oh
that I
yeah.
will ever extend my car's warranty
No.
just because I'm tired of the phone calls, but I don't know.
In computers, it's worth it.
I don't know if it's just a US thing or does everyone on the planet get extended warranty options?
Well, I went through Dell, and I think it's just I think it's US, but I'm not really sure.
So Omega, I will say on the Anvil server, Krellitz has done an amazing job with keeping lag to the very minimum. I don't think any server with this game is going to be 100% lag free. So if you ever have, big battles where there's lots of ships and lots of stuff going on, it's going to depend some on your computer as well, but I very 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 rarely, I think maybe twice all of last season, had any lag related issues, and I'm almost certain it was due to my PC.
Another problem with hosting a server with Elia with this game is their netcode is absolute rubbish. So yeah, keep that in mind. A lot of the problem is unoptimized and it's got a crap netcode. And it looks like those two have given up and just decided, hey, we're gonna dock together and try and run away.
Hold me, I'm scared.
The Corvette is still blowing up.
Oh, it is.
I was noticing that.
I think.
Yeah, it's spinning. There's almost like one whole side of it is pretty much gone.
Okay, this stream just became 18 plus. This is how you make a baby spaceship. I think we've kind of broken their hearts here. Let's do a once around and see how this thing fared.
Let's get away so they don't take a pot shot at you. Holy crap, that didn't take as much damage as I expected.
No, I mean, we lost the 2 turrets that were up on the top here,
which is very, very much in the expected category. But I expected that whole both those nose sections to be gone.
I don't even. Let's stop. I'm gonna hazard a guess if maybe on that left side they made it through to the generators.
I'm gonna say no chance in heck that they got it.
I will
that
be
they went
right back.
Oh, he was talking about the smaller generators. Yeah, they probably took out a couple of those.
Most likely.
Yeah, the areas I'm interested in checking on this one. Thank you, Bitmonkey. The areas I'm interested about checking are how far back damage went from the nose section, and then how far towards the forward large thrusters. The large thrusters near the midsection, just behind the nose sections, if those took any damage. I am surprised that most of the turrets are still there.
Oh.
It's like they took out a couple of them.
Yeah. Wish I could use a spotlight in space. That'd be amazing. Looks like they maybe got a turret there that let them in.
Oh, there's a hole. Yeah, that's fine. Did they actually get to the generator under that turret?
Don't believe so.
Dang. Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of small thrusters in that area, and just behind the nose sections, and those are decoys as well to take damage away from the large. Are they coming back for another fight?
Yes.
Yeah, because I regenerated them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do the damage assessment while this one's taking the hammering.
So I mean, overall,
Did that engine even get knocked out? No, it did not.
looks like you've got the 4 that are there.
I'm looking at the large engines, and did those get taken out? XLs in that area?
No, that one's still there. Still there.
Any way you can save a BP as it is in this state for me?
I already have.
Alright, perfect. I want to take a closer look at what that battle damage took to see if I can learn anything from it.
Really and truly, I mean, it looks, and you know, I didn't even look at the shields the whole time. I'm sure they went away real quick, and other than, you know, a little bit of basic maneuvering, I just kind of let it sit there and tank everything. And I think, honestly, it did really, really well.
I need to bring this thing into another test bed and install the Bastion shield generator on it, because it's got the CPU for it to install the Bastion shield generator from Project Eden.
Very nice.
And I wouldn't mind installing that, but I'm not gonna worry about that for this one.
Well, Akiva, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me show this thing off. This is a beast for sure. Get a good view of it here. Let's see if Steam will let me save a screenshot. Hey, we'll see. It says it did. It's lied to me a lot, though.
Do you know how to do the Windows screenshots?
No.
Yeah, the only reason the Windows screenshots work for me is because I have a second print screen button. So normally it's just Windows key plus print screen, but you might have to turn numpad on or off to make it work.
Well, and so I mean, F7 from Empyrion says it works. I haven't tried. F12 from Steam, yeah, no, it quit working the last big Steam update that they did, where you had to acknowledge all of their legalities and.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
All angles, this thing will wreck anything.
That's what I'm looking like. You know, even with the sacrificial stuff gone, still a beast. So, I'm sure I butchered it. How are you pronouncing it?
Varishni.
Varishni?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure if there are any natural speaking Indian people from India, I can't. don't get me started on that. That I am butchering it too. So no
Very
worries.
cool. Well, thank you, sir, for letting us show that off. And if you come up with a different version of it, or even another ship for this season, definitely throw it on there.
Next week, R is going to be an SV.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a light SV that is almost ready to be released at the moment.
Very cool. I'm excited to see it. So yeah, thanks for stopping in, and can't wait to see this SV, and hopefully see, kind of see what goes on with y'all on season 2.
Thanks, guys, for all the appreciation on the build. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to give me feedback in the comments section of the Steam Workshop item. And I will catch you next time.
Thank you, sir.
1 second, and I will take you back.
So I just put it on chat too, but some reason my Wi-Fi signal keeps bouncing way up and down. So if I end up dropping out, I will get it fixed and try and be back. If it's something beyond my control, I'll throw up in Discord when it's fixed and when we can finish this out, because I'm not giving up on it.
So I do want to ask you one question while we're on the topic of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This Friday, do you plan on doing one with the launch of the server?
Probably not. Depending on, because I was going to take Friday off, but my boss beat me to it, so he's now taking Friday off, and I'm covering down for him. Honestly, with everything kind of going on, I think we will delay it or do it early. Let me sleep on it, and I will put something out tomorrow morning.
Because I imagine most people will probably be busy with starting on the server, so.
And something that I'm kind of thinking, and I'll just go ahead and put it out to everybody here so you can kind of let me know what you think of it, is with that being said, the start of the server, I kind of want to see a bunch of starter stuff submitted so that people that maybe don't build so well, or what is it Fred says, that don't spend blocks so great, have some ideas of what's out on the workshop. All right. Well, I am in space-ish. I'm on a pole.
Are you?
Am I underground?
1 second.
Oh, there I go. Yay! Okay, so
Yeah.
This has to be Heckins.
Yeah.
So
So you have.
I know Bitmonkey's in chat, so we can probably go ahead and pull him in.
Which one is his? Is his
It's
the singularity?
Yeah.
Okay. Bitmonkey, if you want to jump in voice, we can bring you in. Any of the voice ones, and I'll drag you into the live one, unless you can jump in the live one yourself. Oh,
Oh, it's in the JTKe Discord. I haven't stood up on my tiptoes to get a voice channel yet.
there he is.
While
He's
getting a
here.
voice.
He's just muted.
Oh, whoop, let me, let's see here. Sure enough, he is.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, there he is.
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for, submitting the Singularity. This thing is, it's huge. I like it. Lots of angles, lots of shapes.
Oh yeah, she took a while.
So how long did you spend total on this from start to finish, or is it finished?
Oh, God, probably about 2 weeks ish.
Nice.
Thank you, Banshee.
Sorry, wrong button. Very nice. So, where would you like to start going through this?
Yeah, it don't matter to me. Just wherever.
You have a boarding ramp? Start up
This is vanilla.
the old hangar bay here. Oh, very nice. Quick cockpit access.
Yeah, that's the. Oh crap! Get out of here.
Let me
Redundancy.
get out of God mode so we can actually walk through it a little bit. Well, that's kind of neat. I've not seen that done before. A lot going on in here. Try and get it all where everybody can see it.
Yeah, there should be signal logic in that armor lockers, but I don't know why it's not working.
Because I'm not in the faction that this is in. I guess I can go into God mode and... Oh no, I can't, because I don't have a faction set up. So yeah, because I'm in a different faction, it probably... Yeah. Very cool. I like this area up here. And then repair bay.
Yeah, it's got role playing, mining, storage, base like.
Nice.
Okay, hopefully some of the stuff should work now. I just set it to public.
Okay, cool. LCD work. So hangar engineering. Okay. Aha. Oh wow. Very cool.
Yeah, it's got 6 320K storage, 2 320K ammo containers.
Nice. I love this engineering area.
Oh, thanks. Pretty easy access to all the equipment if you need to repair.
Let's take a look inside of here. We'll get our little daily dose of radiation. Oh, nice. The blinky light. I like it. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want to spend very long in here, but granted, I don't think I have any armor boosters on, so.
Thank you, 4-over. Yeah, just gotta warn you, she's an explosive tin can at the moment until I refit her.
I think everybody's kind of going through that right now, though. That might be a universal issue. You know, when you live your life one block of separation at a time, and then they change it. Very
Yeah, that's
cool.
supposed to be like the war room ish for RP purposes. It's
Very
got a
cool.
front exit. Like right under where we're at.
Oh, okay.
And that's the mining area. Mining cockpit.
Up the stairs.
Oh yeah, I'm catching a little lag on voice, but
You're good.
right there, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. I like the signal logic work with the strobe lights and everything else.
Thank you.
That's one of those things that often by the time I get to it, I'm just in my head, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Very cool.
Yeah, I get that way with texturing. I get about a half hour into it, and I'm like, no more.
You know, honestly, I might revolutionize the whole paint by numbers thing. And just, here's a white ship, do what you will. Nice. How many drills are on this thing? I didn't look.
I believe 6.
Yep. No, 4. 4 laser drills. Nice.
4. Oh, there's also 320, I think. I might not be sure about that. Ore and wood containers.
There we go. Yeah, you've got 2 320 case. Which, I mean, in something like this, there's multiple other 320 case, so you're not too worried about once those get full. Alright, second floor. Ooh,
Yeah, this is supposed to be the RP like crew room.
welcome to the Hilton. This brings me back to like basic training flashback days.
Yeah, same.
This is way nicer.
9 weeks of hell.
So I'm guessing you were Army.
Correct.
Nice. Me as well. Thank you for serving.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. What MOS?
What's that?
What MOS?
Started out as a scout and then got invited to go do other things. So did that for about another, let's see, I was a scout for a whopping year, my first deployment. Then I was in attachment, and then I got back and went to school and got my real job. I did that for about 8 more years. And then I got hurt, and the Army said, go find a new job. So,
Awesome.
what about you?
It's been about 3 years in. I was a 45 Tango,
I don't know.
Bradley mechanic.
Okay. So, you and I were best friends or worst enemies at one point. Because more than once, the mechanics threatened to take away our tools as scouts. But then they tell us everything's operator level.
Yeah, the pens and papers pretty much control everything in the military.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's why, you know, one of the guys that I was good friends with, one of our mechanics, he actually works for BAE Systems now. And he drives his little golf cart around military bases and says, yep, that Bradley's broken. Pay me my $200,000 a year. I did not make smart career choices. I'm just going to say.
You're not the only one. Most of us military make dumb choices.
You know, and luckily enough, the career I'm in now, I got into... So when I got out, I went back overseas with a private military contractor for about a year and made decent money. But at the time I was married, my ex-wife told me, I'd like to have you home a little bit. So I got the job I have now. And it's been really good to me. I've been at it for going on 12 years now, but it lacklusters some. Sorry, I got distracted by blinky lights.
No, if anybody knows what a reference to this is. Nobody? Terminator.
I wasn't seeing it in chat. Huh. This is, oh yeah, now that you mention it, yeah.
Technor. It's not exactly like it, but
No,
didn't really have the room.
Very cool.
Thank you. Oh, sorry about that, Buko.
You gotta be quicker on the keys.
Correct. Correct, Cheeky. Yeah, that's like the mess hall cooking area, and the mess hall is right across the hallway from it.
I gotta read the menu. Monday, unknown meat. Tuesday, SOS. Wednesday, Xerox stew. That was probably, Monday was probably last Wednesday's Xerox stew. Boiled spider, Polaris salad, meteor cake, and Creole crab. I like it. This must be like an Air Force chow hall.
I wouldn't doubt it. My brother was in and he said they had some nice stuff.
Oh, they do. My last deployment, our little compound was right next to the airstrip. So we would go over to the Air Force chow hall to eat. And the first time we went over there and sat down, and you get done and they have a guy that like come takes your tray, and then when you're going through there, it's like a short line. You say, let me get some scrambled eggs with some bell peppers, and meanwhile in the Army chow hall, you're like fighting somebody for a bag of chips.
Why did you take my soybean burger?
Though, the one thing, and you can call me crazy, the one food I absolutely loved in the Army were those little frozen piece of junk chicken cordon bleus.
Seriously?
They were delicious.
It reminded me of Hot Pockets that would explode lava in your mouth.
Well, yeah, but they were good.
I did have a fancy for those beef stew MREs, though. When you're out in the field, those were delicious.
And then what was it? Was it the spaghetti that had the blueberry cobbler? I can't remember now.
I don't remember either.
I did, so I keep MREs on hand because I'm one of those people that, I'd rather have stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. And,
very true.
So, Mama and the kiddo the other day were asking, what do MREs taste like? So we had MREs for dinner. I think they were not impressed.
Yeah, not many people are.
MREs are great.
They're expensive, though, believe it or not.
But you would figure they would make them cheap, or they would be cheap, considering how they taste.
You should.
Here you go,
I'm gonna guess that both of you are talking about American MREs.
Correct.
Yes.
So back before, I don't know if they still fully go with American MREs, or whether they've mixed them here and there, whatnot, or they've gotten better. Canadian MREs. We would get essentially it's like a full loaf of bread that's compressed down into a thing that looks like the size of a Pop-Tart. And that thing you could throw in the fire, and the outside would burn, but the inside would still be all perfectly untouched. Yeah, it was just nasty, but some people absolutely loved it. So
if you have like 3 canteens of water and plenty of peanut butter, they're edible.
Yeah.
Or some spicy nacho cheese with a lot of crackers.
Yes. Did you ever make Ranger pudding with your MREs?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. My first sergeant was a ranger in basic, so yeah.
Very nice. I will say anybody that's considering going to that school, definitely do it, but prepare to lose some weight and get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, I look like a wedge when you come out. Yeah, this is a little landing pad. You can hold a medium SCV. I mean SV.
I like that's what I was trying to see. You got what? 2 blast doors there?
Yeah, I wanted, it's kind of a weak armor area from the bridge up. I haven't had any problems with it, but yeah, I wouldn't take on anything too big in this, at least yet. I do want to upgrade her to a fully non-RP battleship.
Just the shaping and everything alone. This would take me a year to get done, and actually probably longer because I would just quit and not get it done.
Oh, I was rage quitting so many times and banging my head against the wall like, I can't get this to fit. Why won't this fit? Why don't they make this block?
I was going to say, and then you have that exact moment where you're like, yes, I'm almost done. And you spend 2 hours looking for a block that doesn't exist.
I know, right? Little oversights, Alien. Oversights.
Cool view.
I know.
Again, thank you, Heckin' Diver, for the sign. At this point, I'm just going to say I have the coolest anvil sign out there.
I agree.
So what does surface exploration mode do?
It basically throws on a lot of the lights, pulls the turrets up from underneath. You know, I think maybe pulls a couple turrets up top. I'm not sure. I know it leaves all the sentries. I think all the sentries and the miniguns to take care of any unwanted threats that were coming at you when you were off the ship and on the ground.
Very nice. It's got a fuel efficiency mode. Plenty of seats for your buddies.
Yeah, I wanted an open area where no matter where anybody was sitting, they could at least look a little bit outside.
Well,
And you could see.
I mean, I don't have this many friends, I don't think. But
I don't think any of us do.
If you did, I mean, you could definitely put them to work manual firing some stuff.
Yeah, like, get on that damn drill, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my language.
Ah, you're good. All right. So what would you like to see this thing do?
Whatever you want, but I'll just give you a warning. She's not really good at late game ships yet.
What's the biggest thing or nastiest thing you've taken on with it?
I've come across the what are they called? The biggest ones, and that didn't fare well.
Hey, they got a perfect spot for you then.
Excellent.
So JT, if you're good to warp, I'll bring you to me.
Alrighty, I'm ready when you are, sir.
I love that 1980s like ion acid.
It does very much.
So in around here, there is a frigate and a destroyer.
Nice.
So fairly average-ish.
Let's go see if we can pick a fight and get loaded up here.
Oh yeah, I took her. That's what it was called, a dreadnought. I took her to one once, and she blew off my nose in a couple seconds after the shield went down. I was like, no, no, no. Basically, like a J. Randall. Oh no!
Oh no!
So, do you have these weapon systems pretty much already set on?
I don't remember if I did, because I know I set one. And I'm not sure if I did publish that one, to be honest. Yeah, you could probably just set them the turrets or whatever.
Nice. I like how you took the time to actually group all of them.
Yeah, it got annoying when you auto-grouped them. I was like, why do I want a door with my laser?
Something's moving 2 miles out. Let's go.
It's alright. If you just hold tight, I'll make it easier for you.
Holding tight. Oh,
Yeah, I took her to 3G gravity, dry, and she moved around pretty good.
Extremely maneuverable.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted with her. I wanted her to carry a lot, have some RP value, be able to take on some decent amount of ships, and be maneuverable at the same time.
Let's just say I'm glad I got EAH on the server now.
Yeah, I'm still very much learning that program. I downloaded it the other day and messed around for a little bit, but it's kind of limited without server information to put in.
Yeah, I just rechanged all 4 of my servers that I run over to using EAH on them. So much easier. Because now I can just go scout a spot, and when you're ready for a fight, I can just bring you to me.
Oh, that's handy.
Well, it's easy helper for a reason.
Sometimes it's easy.
When it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried running Minecraft servers back in the day. I was like, nah, it's too much of a damn headache.
Honestly, the biggest headache server I've ever run was an ARC server. And it wasn't because of, the coding or anything like that. I kind of did it to myself because I had, one of every map. I had a cluster for the servers. And every day of the week I would do these, I'd go in and build these great big huge battle arenas. And every day of the week I'd have a different battle where, players could come and I'd spawn in an enemy and they could fight and I'd give them prizes. And I made myself too busy.
Yeah, we had that on our server way back in the day too. There was a PvP / monster spawn battle arena or mob spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were fun as hell. I used to build like grinders up to the limit, the sky limit all the time. Just finding out what would give me the most numbers until I started breaking servers, so they kind of made that a rule.
Well, and now there's so many mods for that game that I just can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, I fell out because most of the people started joining. It was about 5-10 years ago, 5 to 8 years ago, whatever. They just were so toxic. I was just like, nah, I really don't want to play this anymore. It's not fun.
No, and that's one of the things that I love about this game is, thus far, I've really not run into any toxic players. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but again, I also haven't jumped on like PvP servers.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first jumped on it. I only played like 2 days on here so far because of the restart and everything like that. But everybody was really nice. I was kind of shocked, taken aback. Like, am I in the right place?
No, and that's definitely one of the big selling points for this whole Anvil server is everyone wants to help. Well, he's dead in the water, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's not as quick as that hammer and anvil you guys brought out earlier. Jesus.
Well, to be fair, I think you have about half the turrets that they had.
This is true. This is true. I plan on fixing that. Hopefully, I don't know. I looked at what it would take to refit her, and I'm like, oh my god. Especially if I want to do Reforged Eden as well. It's like,
But I mean, this one also has every build kind of has its pluses and minuses. The last one didn't have a hanger. This one does, and a SV pad. So I mean, the next one may have 1,000,000 guns and that's it, and a chair, and that's it. So it just depends on how people want to play the game. And that's one of the things I do love about this game is, you know, as players, we can share that option with everyone else that plays.
Yeah, RT Buko. I was meaning to ask that, but anybody know, like, is there a limit with quantum cores?
As far as I've seen, not yet.
Not that
Really?
I found.
Really?
I did see a post somewhere where Vermilion had talked about it, and I can't remember the value that he had said, but there is no limit currently.
That's good to know then.
It's limited by how many you can gather.
Oh, I did put a Han Solo thing in here since it was like more like a Star Destroyer mixed with a World War II battleship.
I'm not seeing any damage.
Really? I don't think the shields went all the way down.
No, they never did. So I mean, you're pretty safe against one of those little fellas. Let's since it's
Usually never had problems with them.
Let's go pick on a space base.
Noise.
There's a destroyer over here near a space base. Oh no, I guess it's a ways away from a space base.
Push her to limits. That's what she's here for.
13 miles? Or 5 miles from the space base. Well, that's a shipyard. Die, clown. Why are we not shooting back? Oh yeah, because I took it off bases. Run away! Come on, Shields, hold up.
Why not? Just go up and hug her.
I think that one was a touch me not.
No means no.
You know, maybe now, 20 years ago, it was no means maybe later, or talk to my friend instead. I was kind of a jerk back in the day. But you know, when the army pays you to have a six-pack, you can be a jerk from time to time.
Pretty much. Like when you're in there, you're young, privileged. Well, you feel privileged and entitled and really dumb back then.
I mean, like, you know, as a new guy in the army, you're making like, what, $1,300 a month if you're single? But
yeah,
you can go blow it all because I guess I'll just eat in the chow hall and live in the barracks.
Yeah, that's why basically every Friday morning was like that. How much I got to spend this weekend?
And if you're like me, I mean, I was constantly deployed, so all I would do is just lease a car with a military option and then drive it for 3 or 4 months and deploy again and turn it in.
Yeah, I was in before the war, so.
Ooh, Stalos Mark IV. I've not seen one of these.
Me either. Well, so you don't have ships, so shields, so it probably won't take long.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks more like a hauler or research vessel. Because there's not a lot of guns on it. I mean, I can't even get my manual fire pointed at it before turrets take care of it.
Yeah, made her maneuverable too, because mining in a large CV like this is quite aggravating.
Oh, I can imagine. Not much left of that old girl. Kind of made Swiss cheese out of that thing real quick.
Get on the ground, sir.
Frigate. Let's do this. Emirac class destroyer. Let's go see if we can get blown up.
Oh, and she can also do a barrel roll in atmosphere on a 1.5G planet, fully loaded.
Very nice.
I know, right? I was surprised myself. I was like, no way.
Lots of thrust.
Yeah, she needs it as heavy as she is.
Now, have you entertained the whole going Xeno thing?
Yeah, I am definitely going Xeno from now on, especially with lag shot.
Well, and we'll see if lag shot being gone is for really reals. I think that'll be a huge game changer if it is. So many of these builds are so heavy and laden with lag shot.
And damn expensive, too.
And if that's actually a thing that's gone away, just think of the possibilities.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to refit this as much. I could just take out a bunch of the fuel and oxygen tanks.
Found the perfect enemy to put Heckin' Diver's ship up against.
Uh-oh, look,
Well, thank you, Omega.
He's already plotting.
I figure it can go against an Arc Esco.
Ooh.
An Arc ship against an Arc ship.
Well, why not just put her up against a dreadnought and just have explosions for entertainment?
Pretty colors.
I know, right? Hanabe.
What I really like is the multicolored rings around planets now.
Yes.
Oh, I know, right?
So Kiva says they've improved the lag shot, but they've not fixed it.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to get rid of that, wouldn't it? I mean, you would, in essence, have to get rid of lag altogether.
Well, and I think you would have to do something so that when full blocks are side by side, you know, they're not invisible. Because that's what it does. Like, if you God mode into a block or into a building and it's just a bunch of square blocks side by side and it just shows as hollow space, well, that's how a lot of the weapons see it too. So it just flies right through it as empty space. Omega, thank you for the bits. Wow.
Awesome. She's taking hits now. Cool.
Oh yeah. I think we found us a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Taking on two things at once. We've got the shipyard and the destroyer.
Yeah, she's got 2 to 3 plates of combat steel underneath, 1 to 2 on each side, and 1 on the top.
Nice.
Not sure if I ever put another one on the top, that is.
Let's do some tactical maneuvering here. I will say, thanks to the stream, my manual fire skills have improved significantly.
Still have mine since I started playing Project Eden a while back.
I think Project Eden is probably one of the coolest additions to a game like this.
Yeah, agreed. Especially since, like, it really doesn't bug out that much with the Elion's updates.
No, and you know, Vermilion and Ravian are honestly pretty quick to fix it when it does.
Yeah. Even Vermilion's ain't that bad considering, because all the stuff he has to go through just to get his to work.
Akiva, thanks for stopping in, bud.
I think she's dead, Jim.
I think so too. Nope, there's one turret left. We gotta make sure it's safe for the children to go to school around here.
Watch out for strangers. Stranger danger.
Oh, did we crash? I think we crashed.
No. Yeah, you crashed.
Oh no.
Oh no. Uh-oh. I think I know why. My internets are almost dead. So in case I do lose everybody, I think let's just play it safe, and I'm gonna go reset my router and call the cable company. Thanks everybody for stopping in tonight, and we will get to these last two. I promise you. I'll try for it tomorrow. Let me get with Darkest and see his availability. But let me get my internets fixed. I apologize, guys, big time.
Oh, no problem. Understandable with all these storms.
So yeah, I live in the only state where it's not storming, and I'm having internet problems.
Go figure. That's how they work.
So everybody in the chat, thank you guys. Omega, thanks for the bits, man. Can't wait to see you, all of you, on season 2 on the Anvil server.
Can't wait.
Look forward to it on Friday, and hopefully we the Anvil admins have really pulled their stuff together, and we're scheming, guys. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be good, and they've put a ton of time into finding the perfect seed and everything that we want and need. And Darkest is laughing because he was in on it all.
Boy, did we ever.
Much danger then, huh?
Just looking for the right type of planets and combinations thereof, so that everyone kind of has what they want. So
cool.
But everyone, again, sorry that the stream crashed, but I'll get my stuff together and we'll get back at this week before the server start up. If you missed it, we're not going to do another one on Friday because of the server startup. But what I want to see maybe the following Friday is a bunch of starter vehicles. Everything from HVs, SVs, CVs, you name it. Just so we can kind of show off to the people that, as Fred says, don't turn blocks so great. So that we can show them what's out there, and maybe it's not as intimidating for them. But everybody, thank you for stopping in tonight, and hopefully we'll see y'all on Friday.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great night.
Night.
It does. But you do what you can with what you got. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm not sure. Really, my only availability would be tomorrow night to finish the last two. If that doesn't work, my recommendation would be just